Hey everybody, Asher here, and welcome back to Starsector, where today don't mind this little line here to algebra the system here. We're not going in that direction yet, but we are exploring Pole. And Pole, we did a quick look-see over last time, and we found a legion that we have immediately dismantled. We do have some plans today. Those plans largely involve taking stuff from Joy and trying to ship it over. I was originally looking at going to the station over here, but considering there's a ludic path and Persian League, potentially pirates, all slamming at each other over here, that may be a little bit too hot of a system. So we may just be bringing ourselves over by Epiphany here, where there is an abandoned station and not too much else. So we're going to be smuggling some goods today, but the goal is still to do some exploration. So let's go ahead and dive into that. We don't need to be, I don't think we need to be in dark mode right now. I need to cancel that, or the line is going to bother everybody and me, and we have a sub-ordo. Look at what time forgot between this episode and the last episode, and we're going to run. All right, so good news, everybody. I should probably pay attention to what's going on at the end of the last episode before jumping into here. So we do have some other crap up here, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. We have an R's up here. We have another fleet moving. We have a prospector engaged in battle. We could potentially take that. And we have a ludic path watcher as well. So these are all things that we could potentially try to fight. I don't know if I want to jump into a fight right away. I kind of want to just look for gates right now. As was mentioned in one of the comments, and I've really appreciated the comments I've gotten from y'all before, I really need to watch what I send in for engagements lest we lose another mud skipper. Also, I've gotten some great, and see, there we go. We got the bigger patrols coming in here, which is why we don't necessarily jump into there. Fortunately, ours doesn't seem to care about us very much, so we're just going to let them continue to not care as we hop into a fringe jump point that's probably one of their planets. Of course, these dual yellow stars are generally shit systems. And this is one of the other things that I love seeing the comments from y'all, the thoughts on the Nuzlocke rules. Because it is one of those things that obviously I'm late to the party to it, so everyone has their own idea of what exactly it means, and no one, I guess, truly knows what it means in Starsector. Obviously, self-found Starsector has been a thing for a very, very, very long time. But Starsector doesn't necessarily lend itself the same way as like Pokemon, where you have random encounters that you can kind of control what area you're in, so you know what you're going to get. And maybe it's not what you want, but you're going to get something. As we've already seen in Starsector, you can get a lot of dud systems. And it looks like we have somebody patrolling the outer system jump point, which means, if I had to guess, we have a hidden station over here that belongs to a faction that doesn't seem to totally hate us. We got something over here. Let's investigate. I should probably be burning dark, but we can just hide back in the space rubble. That totally looks like Holdout Harbor, ARS. Hey, Reparation Society. Now, how much does Reparation Society not like us? They're just suspicious. So it doesn't seem like they're trying to attack us because we don't have our transponder on. Let's hold on to that now. Good, so they take no issue with that. So we survived, at least so far. I'm going to trade on the open market here. I know technically story-wise, we're going to get rid of the Kosef as well. Story-wise, I should probably be doing strictly black market trading, but I am already sort of at the grace of the Port Authority here. So I don't necessarily want to do that. And also, here is something that I am considering. Like I said, the mod specs are something that is not banned from purchasing. And so we're going to actually buy surveying equipment here. Because if we're doing a lot of exploration, that is going to pay for itself in spades over time. Maybe even jacks or something else as well. So we have enough of almost everything else. This is a really good price for weapons, but we can't necessarily see who we can sell to. Let's do a little bit of fiddling real quick with our ships, because there's one thing I meant to do here Oh, I did do expanded cargo holds. Which means we probably need to do auxiliary fuel tanks. Now, this increases maintenance and supply use, but it gives us more fuel. I think that is a worthwhile trade-off considering how little supply a dram uses. And shielded cargo holds is fine. Can we actually put surveying equipment on you? Did I learn surveying equipment yet? Probably an important first question here. All right, so now we know it. All right. So that means we can buy even more fuel on the open market because we want to be good friends here. Now, the thing about surveying equipment, and one of the reasons I really like the Apogee as a starting ship, and I do recommend, I don't know why my chair's squeaking so hard, is that surveying equipment is more effective the larger ship you put on it. So right now, this isn't going to do a ton for us, but considering we are going to try to protect our mud skipper that we cannot throw a Hellborn cannon on. And notice that this one's notable for some reason. This one's also notable. We are notable at this point. Okay. But yeah, definitely a decent start here. I do know for a fact this is a good weapon price, so do I need that many supplies? I don't know. We could buy a few. That is a terrible sale price for supplies. Well, how about this? We're just going to Captain's Log this, maybe. It's not Control Enter, that's another thing. Captain's Log cheap heavy arms. So that way we know we can come back here. Taking notes. It saved my ass so many times at work. Maybe it can save my ass so many times here. Okay, shifty looking Cyberjack woman with a Persian League facility. I'm not really looking to bust into there, not with what I have so far. 100 units of cloned organs. Those are still hard to get. And we're not going to do the game table right now. It's fun. Another thing I haven't looked at yet is like officers. Clearly there's not a lot of officers there. I'm not really looking to hire until like I can smuggle my goods out of here, but here we go. The patrols just, they're still not coming after us as long as we're not going dark, as long as it looks like we're not trying to hide anything. Although I did just get a ping down. Ooh, we discovered something. Unexplored ruins. Now this is one thing Ultima Marzog system. It's nice that the game catches this for me, so we are going to survey it. It is a little sad that maybe I missed it, but this is based on just the debris that's floating around here. You always know what has that here, although with this being irradiated, it's not going to be the easiest survey. Oh, I just did it anyway. Okay. So industrial ruins and scattered ruins. Restoring them gives access to exotic technologies. Explore the ruins. No, we get salvage here, but we get a relay hyper transmitter. That actually sells for a pretty penny. More importantly, improves the comm relay stability by +2, which is plus awesome. Boop boop. And boop boop. Does that put us over supply? Maybe it's really close. This is fine. I think excuse me, I think I want to sell those now. Alright. So your fleet's over cargo, that's fine. Hey guys, we're back. And we're really zoomed in for some reason. Okay, so as long as this faction doesn't suddenly hate us while we're trading here, should be fine. Which is why we're trading on the open market, because hey, look, here's a thing that was literally right next door to you. You'll never figure this out. Let's buy some of these cheap weapons. Because even 50 odd some weapons, we can flip that for something. Alright. Hey, why are you buying weapons from us? Okay, overfuel capacity. That is a little bit more of a problem. We have another ping down there. I'm pretty sure it's just our cargo that we dumped. So I can already think of one viewer from last series who is lamenting all of the cargo pods that I am dropping off everywhere. So space pollution, it's terrible, but it's necessary. Surely someone who's investigating, searching for Hannah Kesslier, could follow the trail of space trash to get to the space trash. So another question here. Do we... okay, we already did look at Penelope Star. We didn't look at Azothos. Maybe I want to, but we're just going to kind of work our way down these star systems. And just see what we can get. Oh, saturation bombardment. The Kingdom of Terror is really going after the Hivers early. You guys are ambitious. Okay, we didn't go there because there's a warning beacon. I should probably just turn on the warning beacon notifications like all the time. So we have another thing here. I gotta see what this is before we go in, because it could be a ship that we want. It is a Pontia Bis-class destroyer. I don't really think I want this, although it doesn't look terrible. It's a pirate ship, yar mateys. I mean, that's the stats for it. We are not going to recover it. We're just going to salvage it. Once again, I do appreciate the comments that I get of like, why are you doing this? You can't even fit this into your cargo holds. We did get some weapons out of it, so we'll let the supplies burn off and call it a day. Yeah, that'll be fine. Sort. I do want to hold on to that hyper transmitter. Colonies are a long way off, but letting your comm relay get 2 additional of a stability bonus is massive. Okay, what's here? So we got a dust world and arid world. We don't have a gate, but I can always see like if there's something good to survey here. Let's start with a swing and a ping. Over here we got something. If it's a mining station, look, we got all the pretty... It's an arsenal station. Now something tells me that if I try to go to the arsenal station, whoa. So fleet suffered damage from being caught in an explosion. Apparently those are proximity mines and I shouldn't be flying through them too fast. Fun. Hey, you know, the more you know. Alright, so we are gonna... Hey, our oversupply problem's fixed. If we explore here, we could sacrifice a ship to a factory. It's a great way to make other ships. I don't know if I want to salvage this right now with this little stuff here. So we're just going to do Captain's Log again. Arsenal, factory, beware mines. And that'll be good. Let's just make sure, because I did miss 1 or 2 last time by mistyping stuff. Okay, so follow the trail of shit around here. So we have an unidentified contact. We have mines. We have repairs. All in all, a good day. We got more shit down here. It'd be really funny if that was a relay point for the remnants here. And there we go. We got... See, this is where, once again, we have a bunch of space trash. So we know there's something here. So we definitely want to perform a survey. Fortunately, 100% habitable. It's hot. So we do have the crew and supplies here. Once I get a bigger fleet, I can go back to trying to pop that other thing. So, as an arid planet, Trace Volatiles is pretty exciting. This actually has a little bit of everything and vast ruins. So, this is a banger of a planet. Not that I can colonize it. I don't even have the means to get 1,000 people to a planet yet. But we can explore the ruins. Indicates the presence of quality of heavy armaments likely to be found if proper salvage operations are conducted. I'm going to do it anyway. Holy crap. Well, let's take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. Because we have a new job. That job is to move some fucking cargo to and fro. This is the most heavy armaments I've ever seen the game drop at me. So, holy shit. Can't put that as a YouTube title. We also have a terraformer brain print. Did not use that last time. You can put a mild climate on a Terran planet. And only a Terran planet. Pristine Nanoforge. It has been 2 whole saves. 2 whole series. Since I have gotten a Pristine Nanoforge from exploring. I have had to casually borrow them from other people. We have a domestic goods VPC. We have a heavy machinery VPC. We have heavy burst capacitors mod spec. All energy weapons then deal 10% more damage at a reduced rate of fire. I don't know if that's great. By the way, there is the first patch notes for the latest Starsector update coming. And there is, oh, a biotech weapon too. I'm taking my time to mouse over these so that people can see it. And we have a lot of new mods that we're going to need to take a look at. So how are we doing this? We have a bunch of shit here already. We're overwhelmed on our supplies. We have 2,000 some heavy armaments that I'm going to try to put in a stable orbit. And we need to find a cargo ship somewhere. Otherwise, we're going to be doing a lot of like fast runs of just siphoning this a little bit at a time because this is cash money. We also need to find a gate so that we can get out of here safely. So if we go here, cargo pods, put into a stable orbit. Stable orbit for additional 400 days. Adding or removing cargo afterwards will destabilize the orbit. So proceed with that. 440 days until the orbit degrades. So let's see, what's today? 440 days. Captain's log. Heavy arms. 440 days from Jan 10th. So let's try not to screw this up. We have a new mission. This is exactly what we mean by emergent gameplay in the Nuzlocke setting here, is that we have potential to do a lot of shit with this, but we have to earn it. Would be great if there's like a random cargo ship over here. That is an orbital laboratory. Also, relationship with Legio is neutral, but it changed for some reason. Trading with the enemy. Well, yeah. You're not going to shoot me though, right? Oh. We got a buddy coming over here. So let's see. We're going to explore this and consider returning after something that might work with the experiment on Nanoforge. So we're definitely not going to do this yet. But this system, the Epsilon, the Spareth star system, is good shit. I think, however... Suddenly avoiding contact, are we? Okay. So we've got a lot of goodies. I am not going to work too hard to chase you down. It's just one of you. The opportunity cost versus the supplies I'd be burning when I really need to find a place to trade is a problem. Which, of course, begs the question here, because we are repairing right now. I'm not going to survey this dust world because we're coming back here later. Let's take the inner system jump point out of here. Ooh, you know what? We're not doing it. We know there's ruins there. We are coming back here. So that's fun. All right. So that is the craziest arsenal dump I have ever seen. Maybe if I just call this episode the craziest dump I've ever seen, someone is going to think I'm talking about poop. And that might be worth it. I should probably captain's log and write that down. Okay, so we have potentially hostile ships here. So I'm going to pop over to this side. And this is where we've got to see Gamma Zorog. And we got to make sure. I tried to spread these places out so that they are... Okay. So we have hostiles over near this place too. And is this part of the same constellation? Polo? No, so these are separate. So somebody's here. I'm guessing Reuters. Let's see if we can go dark and go in this way. Alright. I just want to get a clue. It's Reparation Society. Well, they don't hate us. Railgun Artillery. Okay, well they really don't hate us. Do they just not have a system here? They literally just set up a railgun. They're like, hey guys. Yeah, it probably is tracking our fleet. I think we just skedaddle. Although it is, let's check one more time, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, we are on a peaceful mission of trying to remove a bunch of weapons. All right, so not sure what exactly was hostile down there. And if we pop over here, like I said, we're just looking for a gate. We don't always know where the gates are, but apparently we do know where the warning beacons are. So Gala, Polo. This is part of the Polo system. I probably should have gone in dark in here. Alright, do we have a gate? No, but we do know there's hostiles here. So we're just gonna let it be. We will stumble into a gate eventually. This is the gambler's fallacy, where you keep trying and it just doesn't work out. Alright. See, okay, not there. Hey, a distress beacon! From where? Alpha Benston, called the trap system. Okay, that's... If this is like a dual... Okay, this is just two star systems where their gravity wells are like hugging each other. So that may be a no. Probably should have jumped in dark. We have a fast picket. Okay, so we have independence in here somewhere. Still not seeing a gate. But this is information as we paint the map. Because what I'm hoping for is to get somewhere that gives me a little bit more access. And that's Delta Spareth. It's always experience in the banana stand. Except for probably here. Cool. I think right now I'm just poking my head into systems and I'm looking for things that are obvious. This might be obvious. Because I am going to need some more supplies. One of these is going to have a gate. You know, I have played gacha games in the past. I've even featured gacha games on the channel before. If you've never heard of what a gacha game is, it's a gachapon style game. A methane world, nice. In other words, gambling. So one of the thoughts is that, you know, if you keep trying while you're gambling, eventually you'll get that hit and it's like, oh, I'll win that hand. But you lost how many hands en route to there. Which is the story of how I had a very brief stint playing a poker table in Vegas before I realized on my teacher's salary back in the day that, okay, we had a distress beacon from here, so it's bad. But my teacher's salary, I cared a lot more about the dollar buy-in table than lots of other people did. We'll try the inner system jump point. This may just be a no-go, so let's try and see. As long as we're not jumping in through the gravity well and having a bad time. Okay, there's somebody here. We have a barren world with not much else to it, so since we're dark, we are going to check. Please be a cargo ship. It's a mud skipper. That's... I always look at the stable locations like, are you a gate? Okay. Derelict ship. Hello, mud skipper. Who knew that mud skippers were so OP? I did see someone suggest don't have repeats of the same ship, but honestly, with Starsector, you can't always be so choosy. It's not like other games where you know what you're going to get in the area. So this is kind of where we're at. So this means I could technically go back and get some more supplies. We got a captain's log here. Mud skipper number 3. And that'll be for this system. So that's exciting. Don't know if there's much else, but it's kind of funny. I didn't even take time to look. I was just like, that is the ship that I want. It's like my kids in a it used to be a toy store. Now they're old enough, so they're like my kids in GameStop. Yeah, I'm gonna go dark here. If we got somebody lying in wait over there, I don't want to get blasted from beyond with stuff. But yeah, it's like my kids going into GameStop and being like, but I want this! It's like, but that game is shit. Okay, it's not always like that. But I was just like, are you sure that's the game you want? And they're like, yes, I love it, and I'm gonna play it for 5 seconds. Oh man, this is like a regular freaking Nebula system here. Well, since there's not a gate, And we bought ourselves a little more time here. There is a lot to explore. But my supplies are starting to dwindle here. And we're going to have that opportunity cost question. We have Dutch Harbor right here. We have... Where's our rich place? Yeah. So that's down here. We have Dutch Harbor and Maggie's, the Pirates Orbital Station right there. I think what the plan's going to be is we've gone all the way down this constellation. We're going to leave the black hole here for now. I think we need to start moving some goods. I know I said before my original plan was to go from Joy and transport stuff down here, but, you know, that's Starsector pretty often, is that sometimes you have a plan and then the game smacks you aside and is like, now you have a new plan. We got a mule. Are you kidding me? Now, I just want to be clear here, okay? The rules state that hyperspace is a system, and it's based on each quadrant is its own system. So even though we got a mud skipper from right here, hyperspace is a different system. So if this mule is gettable, and I may even use a damn story point for it, then we're going to get it. So explore this mule. It's a freighter. It has even more cargo capacity. I cannot talk today. So, and that's going to take a lot of my supplies. But that's okay. So, just like that. Well, okay, it's a freighter. I'm suddenly looking at this and it's like, is this another destroyer? Because if it is another destroyer, then technically to be rule compliant, what that would mean is that I probably would need to bump my way up to Joy, and we can just fly the mule for a bit and just do a transportation run. That's fine. So we're gonna play the piracy card for a second here and say we're going to skimp the... Nah, I won't do that. Although some people watching at home are like, yes, skimp the rules. Technically, if I look at the ship thing, I could tell you if it's a destroyer or not, but I don't want to pull into that right now. So we're just going to mothball this. But I think we're going to park a certain romance for a bit, and we're going to come back with these guys and move some goods. Now, since it's mothballed, we don't have the extra cargo capacity, which is a little bit of a bummer, but this is how I play the fleet caps, guys. This is just how it is. So Epsilon, Spareth, that's what we want. We got our cargo pods in a stable orbit right now. Do we want to rock the boat with that? We don't have a ton of supplies, so let's not do that yet. We got 400 days. We know it's there. We've got other places to explore. Let's go visit our Pyro Bros and see if they need it. See if they need anything. I love how slow I'm going now because I'm dragging a mule along. But yeah, exciting times in Starsector. Now, if we're here, this place is like right on the center. Dutch Harbor's over here. Intersystem jump point's fine. The Independents should not attack us. And we're going to keep the transponder off because anybody who needs to... We got a gate. And the gate's all the way out here. So, amazing coincidence. I love it. Okay. Turns out trying to find the gate, I just headed the wrong way. As we have... Oh my god, the hivers... The hivers are just going crazy. Anyway, we're here. Scanny scan. Traveling through the gate. And how much fuel does this take? 57 fuel. So we are more than good for that. Which means that the plan's going to be to drop off some of our ships, some of our well-explored goods. Oh, what? Change caused by friendly standing with the revolutionary... Okay, guys. I can't just click this stuff and be like, you're my enemy now. Who are you guys? I I actually don't know who they are. I don't know when I met them. I don't know if they just appeared out of somewhere. I'd love someone to tell me in the comments. I technically can't go in and do the adjustment right now to be like everybody's neutral or less, because honestly, this is way more interesting. I was friends with Legio. It was good while it was there. And then Legio was like, wait, you shouldn't be friends. You shouldn't be friends with those people. But it's fine. I mean, Legio just wants to kill us. They can add it to the pile. Okay, we got possible fighting between independents and pirates. That'd be nice. Let's go to pirate trade here first. We got a pirate patrol that looks a lot like our patrol. Hey, it's Maggie's. You know, I've heard Maggie's has really good fish sticks. I also apparently have a nanite repair module, so that's good. Escort package, cute. Also cute. Well, let's start with the big thing, because we're pirates. We're going to just sell this on the black market here. We'd have some good places to sell, potentially. Let's go ahead and sell these. Sell you. I'm going to hold on to this for now, but I don't think we're going to need it. What I have done in the past is, well, I could sell a pristine nanoforge to the pirates, but we're not going to go that crazy. We're just going to try to keep it kind of realistic for what I'd normally do in this situation, which is stuff like this. Grab, oh, not supplies from here, your price sucks. So we're going to start there. They have a little bit of weapons, and we need to swap out our ships. Also, while we're here, let's go ahead and refit you. You know what we can do? We can add surveying equipment. We could add safety overrides. We could do expanded cargo holds. Okay, so that's a plus. Could also try to add some guns here. We have a medium universal. I don't really know what would be good here. I guess a heavy mauler's fine. That's fine. And can't really be choosers. So if we're flagshipping this, let's flagship it. Just weapon groups, auto assign, that's cool. I prefer to have my missiles on the same thing, but it's okay. We'll just idiot proof it. Yeah. Before we go, let's double check here, see if we have an officer available. Greasy Olympus. What can you do? You are reckless with gunnery implants. I'm going to hold off on reckless officers right now, mainly because we do have permadeath available on the table. I think let's just go ahead and confirm that the overwhelming and unanimous response was to add permadeath for officers in this save, which means that all those officers that we laughed at before about doing terrible flying are now just going to be like doing their own thing. I didn't actually buy supplies. That's a really dumb move. Okay, well, fortunately we're flying to Joy, so it's fine. See, we got places we can go to. It's good. 57, initiate transit. And we are... I could technically drop the ship off at Reverie. But we're going to take the long way around. We got to... Oh, technically, we can take the long way around ourselves. We never actually really went by Suffering here, but let's go ahead and do our homework. We get our shit over here. Technically, Galadia is possibly a safer place to gate out of. I say possibly because we're looking for markets to sell to, and eventually we could just we have enough fuel, we probably could just fly back down there. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of trading from here with our expanded cargo. But first things first, Let's move our goods to an abandoned station so we're not having to pay for it. One of the downers about this is that we are going to have to try to carry a ship out that has a much higher fuel capacity than maybe we can currently use. So, you know, this is just the name of the game right now. This is what we're doing. I tutorialed myself and grabbed a ship out of here. We have a bunch of debris. Look at all these ships I'm missing out on. An Enforcer, an Afflictor phase frigate. Just so many good things that I have failed to get. So let's just tear them up. Let's tear them to pieces. Enforcer, salvage, a wolf. Everybody loves a good wolf. Let's send them to the dinosaurs. The dinos love the data. Then an Afflictor. We can't recover it, so we're not going to. Fortunately, I had a lot of supplies and a few weapons. Pew pew. Alright, so Reverie Fortress. What's that ping over there? I actually don't know. Probably more dead things. So here's the plan. We are going to go ahead. We have a few things to sell. Let's sort it out. Let's sell what we can sell. That's good. We want to... I'm going to cap out on supplies. Maybe not totally cap out. We're going to get some supplies. We're going to get more supplies. We're going to need more supplies because we're going to be dragging a heavier ship around here in just a second. Okay, so this is all good. This is all stuff we want to keep. I got to learn the mod spec. So confirm storage. We have all these things. And suddenly we are overburdened. Who knew weapons took up storage space? I actually did, but... Okay, so... You know what? Just for the purposes of making this easier, because I want to repair this too. We are going to go ahead and say that we are doing a transfer haul here. So just like that, our very good ship is sitting here, and our beat up Metis is doing thing here. So this is, for the time being, our much weaker but actual exploration ship to start out with. Did we actually do expand cargo holds here? Doesn't look like we did. So now we did. So like any good pirate, I'm just making up the rules as I go. Repair your ships. That's some extra supplies. We got a little more fuel on our hands available. Let's go ahead and take out a storage. Oh my god. Do we even have enough fuel to drag these things over? We do, technically. So if we mothball these, do we still have enough fuel to drag it? We do. All we've got to do is get to Al-Jabbar. Okay. Like I said, these are good ships. We just can't use them yet. So, as they like to say on Silent Library, let's finish the game here. And I think maybe, honestly, it's just going to be easier if we go from here and we just fly down to Epsilon and we start the trade route that way. We are not going to fly straight through the Blue Giant. Technically, we can. This is not... After all, this is definitely not... What is the game that I'm thinking of? It's really stressing me out that I can't remember. Oh, okay, it's not Dyson Sphere Program. You can do this anyway. Supplies are still pretty cheap here. I wasn't sure if I should max it out because I want to actually have some cargo space for it. So we're going to get some more here. And we're going to turn that money frown upside down. Technically, I have a lot of assets here with the things I've found in exploration so far. No great officers here. We do have somebody hanging out up here. There's an unidentified contact. You are unknown and you're raiding the Joy system. Hey! You're a neutral pirate. What is neutrality to pirates anyway? You know, I'm going to love a comment that I get from somebody. It's just like, well, obviously you should have known who the Persian Rebellion faction is. You should definitely pay attention to your mods that you install. You're relatively well known to these guys, a ragtag alliance of people. What I should do is use the faction directory. That would be smart, because then I could find out what systems they're in and why I've made a terrible mistake. But hey, if Legio hates us because of who... That would be the most Legio Infernalis thing, wouldn't it? Because if you didn't see or pay attention to the backstory here, things that the Kesslier family did in the name of science has made like the entire Persian sector hate her, and that's why everyone's pretty much angry at us. Legio is one of the factions that actually was started off friendly, so it was pretty much just kind of, okay, they're neutral, we'll trade with them, it's fine. It would be the most Legio thing possible if they don't get mad at us for like atrocities against children and disabled people doing bad science on them, but instead being friends with a faction I don't even remember having on my phone. This is a cute one. I don't know if I want to get it, but it's cute, so we're just going to salvage it. And once again, I love the comments that I get, because it's always like this. People know these mods way better than me. A lot of these faction mods, especially, I'm using for the first time. So what we end up getting is stuff like, wow, you just totally ignored the best ship ever, or the best frigate ever, or the best something ever. It's like, yeah, welcome to my channel. Okay, so we made it. Ah, hooray. Now, unfortunately, we do have to fly around Epiphany to get there. I'm just hopeful that Epiphany's not too threatening. Whew! Okay, you're just neutrals. So, let's see. Transponder's off. Game recognized game. We do have a makeshift beacon here. We do have an abandoned sky anchor. We're going to rely on being faster than everyone else. Once we're going faster than friggin' 12. Okay. Hey, look, our monthly income's improved. So, fortunately, it looks like this area is not overwhelmed and overburdened by a bunch of Ludic Path watchers. So that's a plus. Abandoned Skyhook. Oh. Well. Remember what I said about using the abandoned station that's like over here? Yeah. I really thought that was an abandoned station, and I actually read it as such. Okay, well. Best laid plans. That's why you have a backup. I mean, I could name this episode That's Why I Have a Backup, but that's really not nearly as interesting as the biggest dump of all time. Alright. Well, that's you being a jerk. Okay, so now that we're here, how do we get to where we need to go? And can we actually get here? Because there is a gate. That is a big positive for this place. We have a gate. We're going to just take Rama's Bridge and try our best. Hey, the Ludic Path caused by friendly standing with their enemy. Who's the Revolutionary Council? Council. I'm talking all Southern now. Revolutionary of what? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't know how, like, to... What exactly is happening here? It's like somebody had a pamphlet to, like, the rebellion, and I was just like, fine, add me to your mail list. And here we are. Okay. Abandoned space dock, take 2. Let's salvage this shit. Hooray. Wait a minute. So, can I... Have they changed the nature of the game? And I can't actually store stuff at the space docks. You know, if that's the case, then we're just going to have to live with paying some port fees at the pirate place, and that's just how it's going to be. Because this is Strangely, of all the things, this is not something I tested. So cool. Kind of surprising, kind of annoying, but cool. Because this was something I was looking to lean on. Okay, in that case, I guess we just go back to Joy and start moving some goods ourselves, because we're gonna make some money, that's for sure. All right, so let's go around here. Let you guys do your thing. Keep a wide abreast of this system. Is there a patrol around Beholder? I thought there would be, or around this gate. Scan the gate. Alright, well, we haven't figured that out. We're banned from actually purchasing storage, and part of the reason was that I thought we'd be able to use the abandoned stations. I mean, the other alternative is I could build an outpost. I just don't know if I have the resources for it yet. So we have another gate at least. Like if I go up here, I mean, I can't build an outpost on any of this shit. So let's just take the walk of shame. Where's our we're not going to be doing the probe missions right now because we have our own money-making mission, unless somebody's picked up all the stuff we put in a stable orbit. But yeah, that's way too far away. Okay, so put this on the figure out list at some point. Because those abandoned space docks are a godsend in the early part of the vanilla game, and now I can just cry in the rules I've set for myself. Okay. Any day now. We are so goddamn slow. If I had to E-burn right now, my ship would, like, catch on fire. I mean, literally, that's what emergency burning is. But still. We haven't eclipsed the 400 days yet. I just need to make sure I have good supplies on hand when I move my shit around. Okay, so who are you? Are you a dead ship? You're a buffalo. You know, a buffalo would be really nice. Buffalo is definitely a destroyer. So, remember those ships I was gonna, not have with me, and I was just going to give up forever? Here we are. So what we're going to do now is a little bit more of the tried and true Starsector. Let's store everything here. Cool. Abort. Let's store everything here. Somebody watching just about had a heart attack. It's like, I shouldn't be making money from storage. Please hold. Okay. So we're there. Now someone really did take the biggest dump of all time. It wasn't me. Black market. Really? I can't actually fill my fuel tank at the black market. Fine. It's not that big of a price difference now. Supplies for 90 or supplies for 90 with no tariffs? I will take 90 with no tariffs. We actually don't have that much of, like, issue here. Actually, I think 338 is pretty nice. Yeah. So let's at least get in position here real quick. So I'm going to need to gate all the way back. Oh, it feels nice to move fast again. We're not super fast. I could have definitely, like, added whatever I needed to do for, like, increasing speed, which I don't think we have that yet, but it's cool. Haven't gained a level. But yeah, this is Starsector. Sometimes you have an episode where it's like, it's not about the fighting, it's about the exploring. There's a gate, it's all the way over here. Okay, and that's one of the, by the way, Satiate. What kind of freaking name is it for these planets? But yeah, that's part of what I like about Starsector, is that, yes, it does have a lot of that Mountain Blade in space kind of format to it. Wow. They're suspicious of us now. I still don't know who you are. Kingdom of Terror really is trying to bombard the Hivers. So you guys have fun with that. I'm just going to Space Ghost out of here. And we're going to go to the Joy Gate Club and go down to... where did we find a gate that was pretty close? Maggie's. Seems safe enough. Alright, so we know where our ships are. Let's make sure we don't have anything else over here. And yeah, like I said, I am just having a good time. Like I said, there's the Mountain Blade aspect of it, sure. You have your ships, you have your fleets. You go around and fight, but sometimes opportunities like this come up, and you can just explore in the game too, and not necessarily get lost in that exploration, but you can definitely be rewarded for good exploration, which is what I'm probably going to fail at doing right now. So we go back over here. We go over here at the fringe jump points, and we're going to bring it somewhere. Where, I don't know. We're going to save that for another episode. This one is going to be a little bit shorter, so I apologize if anyone's wanting to have specifically hour-long episodes. Sometimes if fights go around and stuff, things will take longer, but here today we just have some basic things to do, and it starts with examining the cargo pods. Let's take as much of this as we can. So it's not a ton yet. I'm going to have to make a few runs of this. I half wonder if I should do it off camera. But here we go. We still actually don't have a... you know, let's check here real quick. How much does it cost for me to construct an outpost? 400 metals. And we do have a gamma core. So that may be... How much inventory do I have? That may be worth my time. I don't necessarily know where I want the outpost. I wouldn't put it on this planet necessarily. But at least having a place where I can drop off my stuff next to a gate, which once again, one of the key rules is that I cannot build an outpost in an occupied system, which means that's out, that's out, that's out. That's in, I think. I mean, occupied by the remnants, does that really count as occupied? I don't know. But anyway, let's find a good trading partner here. No, you know what? We'll do the good trading partner over here, because I can check and see where even better trading partners are in just a minute. Plus, we know it's pretty safe. We're going to be doing some back and forthing a little bit. Could be worth actually busting out the old Vegas Pro video editing and hyper speeding it. That's the kind of thing that, once again, I've said this on my channel update. I'm going to say it here again. Kerbal Space Program is coming out soon, and I'm very excited for it. And quite frankly, that is a game as well where sometimes you just have to hit the fast forward button if you're watching it and be like, okay, we know what's coming. I know you can go up to like 1,000 times speed while flying in space, but it's an engrossing game, but it's not always the fastest game. Alright, so we're at Maggie's. I know you have good fish sticks, but have you considered good heavy armaments? Once again, not the best sell price. Right now, Corvus with those pirates at Gamir. Or P9 if we want to risk the biscuit a little bit more. And otherwise, people are not really wanting for weapons just yet. But Corvus is not too far. Like, it's a familiar system. I think we actually moused over it before. 11 light years. Corvus Gamir. Yeah, I mean, it's reasonable. It's a little bit farther away, but we can make it work. Okay, so we're gonna try to do some good trading here. I'm gonna do one more sort of pop back and call it a day. So this is Asher with Starsector. By all means, tell me any other ideas that you have. We are going to be working on getting officers and stuff soon. We just have the biggest dump of all time to cash out. And I'm not shooting this prospector because we are driving our mule. And I think that's an important thing here for Starsector, is just the level of adaptability. You have a plan. Hannah has a plan. She escaped from everyone trying to get her in a little pirate flight thing, and now she's just out surviving. So let's do this one more time. We're gonna. Oop, we got our watcher back. He may actually be a little more threatening because we don't have our big combat ship. Anyway, let's grab this and these. And we're going to put these back into a stable orbit, which is going to give us... What? Okay, now we put it in a stable orbit. 440 more days. Technically, I don't need to do that, but I like being able to find them. I'm going to plot a course for Corvus. We haven't actually been here. It does have a gate. We just want to avoid Jangala like the plague, which means the Jangala jump point is going to be very exciting. Corvus is a great place to transverse jump into. Corvus, we'll have to be very careful when the gate aligns with Jangala, because that is one of the hegemony's big military installations. That'll do it for this one. This is Asher with Starsector. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We will do this again in the future. You all take care.